You also watched Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens this morning. You were very impressed by this main event, I believe.
Okay, if you watch the show, and I watched part of it, I didn't, but this show, from a fan's viewpoint, they didn't do really anything unusual. They didn't do any. They just did normal stuff. But the crowd was so hot for this match that they didn't have to do that, and they took it. They didn't work at breakneck. You like that word, breakneck? Mm-hmm. Breakneck speed. They took their time. They told the story. And I think both of them left stronger than they went in. I think Kevin Owens left with more heat than he had before he went in. And he got beat. And I think Cody, now he has more support. And he had a lot of support going in anyway. But I think this, and I'm watching the match, it was almost like we went back in time to where the end of the match was. I mean, I've seen that finish, I don't know, 50 times. Same one or similar to it. But the guys just took their time. And see, a lot of people, a lot of wrestlers don't understand that. If you're over, let the crowd help you. Let the crowd do some of the work for you, because that's what they want to do. And they went in there, and all Cody had to do was look at them. That's all he had to do. And Kevin Owens, I've had criticism of him in the past just for the way his body looked, but he's perfect now. Because now the people, seriously, they don't like Kevin Owens. But he could turn good, I mean, the good guy, in the drop of a hat. But him and Cody had a good match. And if you remember the old Saturday night main events from years ago, this is what this reminded me of. It was very well constructed, well executed, well timed. The commentary was, off the wall, and really it took me back in time to when the Saturday night main events were really clicking back in the Hogan days or the Savage days, and I think that helped get wrestling to that $8 million, 8 million viewer mark. But this was a very, very good show, very, very good match production, and the work and the announcing was, top notch.
The match beforehand was Chelsea Green.
Wait a minute! I cannot believe I'm out here putting these people over. I mean,
we'll bury him afterwards if you want. The next story will bury him. Don't you worry about that. It was 12 minutes, the main event. That was the longest match. And do you know what? A lot of WWE and AEW matches, my God, they go on forever. Especially when Raw's and, free TV and matches are going, when it was 3 hours anyway. 18, 22 minutes. And I think we've probably said this before. It's like, just get on with it. Just do the match and just hurry up.
If you was in a strip club and a girl comes out there and she dances for 10 minutes, you finally say, leave. Get off the stage.
It turns up in a suit of armor like Lanny Poffo or something. It's like, it'll take forever to get off.
I mean, entertain me, but hey, don't wear out your welcome. Get off the stage. So, a good wrestling match, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, go. And how long was Cody and Kevin?
12. I'll give you the other numbers.
But listen, it was 5 minutes introductions.
Oh, yeah. And it was the main event as well for the title. I mean, that's absolutely fine with that. But every match was between 8 minutes and 11. So that's enough to do your stuff and get out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Also, anyway, Kevin Owens is going to be
okay, so they have two belts. So they have another belt.
Yeah.
Okay, so if he stole that golden eagle or the winged belt, Cody doesn't have a belt now, right?
He'll probably go back to the old corporate WWE
okay,
one.
Yeah, but how? I want to know how they're going to say, well, yeah, he stole that belt, but Cody has another one. How's the WWE going to explain that? That it's a standby belt in case something happens to the first one?
I guess, but I mean, he already had the incumbent WWE design belt, so I presume he'll go with that one. And then the retro winged eagle one, Kevin Owens is going to carry around and proclaim himself the real world champion like Ric Flair did some 30 years prior as well.
Okay. Now, Cody was power slammed in this match or no?
Yeah, at the end of this match, yeah, he received from Kevin Owens a cradle pile driver. It looked great as well.
I saw it. It was very dangerous. And this is another thing, you can rehabilitate a move. You just said a moment ago, or before we went on air. That move looks literally devastating. Devastating. And he's supposed to be hurt anyway, and this just added to it. So, and they carted him out on a gurney, a stretcher. Well, but this is what we're watching here. We're watching masterful storytelling. Now, after seeing that pile driver, when he went out on the gurney, I'm even saying to myself, wait a minute. Did he get hurt or did he not get hurt? And I'm in the zone that I always talk about. That zone of did it happen or is this just part of the plan, part of the play? So if I'm confused or not confused, I'm not certain. I'm not confused about it, but I think the ordinary fan would be too. Because now Cody has a couple of weak spots on him. In the match, he had his left ankle that he was selling. And the commentators did such a great job in this, selling that for him. Because he would turn and you see him grab his ankle, but now his neck, and everybody knows a neck injury is very, very serious. He can be paralyzed from a move like that. And that's why wrestlers, when they get older, hell, they can't hardly move because they beat their body up all these years. You know, even a wrestler, somebody told me, well, they're glorified stunt men. Well, they are in a way. But even being the glorified stunt men, they take all kind of precautions when they take a bump. They fall on big cushions with air and this, that, and the other, so they're really not getting hurt. You don't have a protection like that in a ring. It's your body hitting the ring, and yeah, the ring does have give, but still, you're taking a hell of a bump. Your body's taking a hell of a bump on a surface that will give a little bit, don't give a lot. And, you know, after years and years of that, your body starts telling you, hey, you know, you need to stop beating the hell out of us because we can't take much more.
I just want to make mention once again that in AEW a month or so ago, there was a jumping tombstone pile driver from the ring apron to the steel stairs, which the match carried on for another 10 minutes. And then in WWE, there's a pile driver, and it ends up in an injury story.
No kidding. See, that's what I was trying to tell guys. I said, guys, if you do something that looks devastating, act like it hurt. Don't kick right up and come up and hit him with a drop kick. That just completely takes away from the move. So if you're watching it, should have finished him. He's kicking out and doing a drop kick, doing a forward roll, a handspring over the top rope, and running a sprint around the ring. I mean, you lose the facade of illusion because you're just saying, well, hey, we're just doing this stuff and nothing hurts. And I don't know why. Now we're talking about AEW here, but I've seen it in WWE too.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen it everywhere. But until you have that management, and the agents telling the talent, don't do that. Do not do that. If he hits you with a move, at least act like it hurt a little bit.
Did you ever see certain times when someone legitimately gets hurt in a wrestling match and their instinct is to just pop up like it didn't hurt at all because it wasn't meant to hurt, if you know what I mean? So someone's legitimately
if they really get hurt.
Yeah, if they really get hurt and their first instinct is to not react at all to it.
Whereas according to the seriousness of it.
Yeah.
If I saw anybody really get hurt, you can tell if you watched them enough. If say you know this guy and how he responds, if he gets hurt, you can tell it almost immediately. The regular fan may not be able to tell it, but the guys who have watched him over and over and over and every night, they can tell. Now, when I got hurt, which is every move for me, I mean, my matches were begging matches. What? Stop. Hey, working with Austin Idol, you pull his hair, he goes, hey, what's the wig? I say, what? I didn't touch you. Oh, man, you couldn't touch him. He would just scream and holler, oh, my God. I said, wait a minute, we just locked up. Oh, you're too rough.